So, what we're going to talk about is if you are thinking about booking a cruise in spring or summer of 2024, Warmstrong and I might have some bad news for you. Bill, I'll ask you this question. It's topic one, but it's a question. Are the majority of the cabins for 2024 already really sold out?
I think so. And again, I look at a lot of cruises, whether I'm booking them or not. I look at a lot of cruises, and a lot of things are sold out. And I don't recall it ever being like this. I've it, always been able to kind of book at the last minute if I wanted to go on something. A lot of times I would look for last minute deals. I haven't seen those. Every now and then I see it, and Carnival will send me an offer. Oh yeah, well, if you can make it down here next week, you can get this cruise for $50. Last year and even before the pandemic, those offers would always come up. I don't see them now, so I'm gonna say no. That of the most of the cabins are pretty much sold out. If not sold out, they're booked because you're always gonna have cancellations.
Right. And a lot of the cruise companies will sit on those cancellations. And like I said before this, I'm not really talking to myself in this live, and Bill's not really talking to himself because normally, typically, right, circumstances hold me to where I have to actually have a really short booking window. I'll either go and see my friend who will only give me a 3 or 5 month notice on where his contract is or where he's going to be, or I have some friends uniquely that have some really good casino deals that happen to be solo cruisers and also say, here's the list of cruises that I have. Which ones do you want to come on? So, uh, uniquely, I'm not really talking to myself. However, we are seeing 70%, Carnival actually said this, 70% of the rooms or of their availability is actually sold out through 2024. And typically in a year, 60%. So they're up 10%, Bill. That's that's pretty insane.
It's only getting worse. It's only getting worse, and I mean it's good because more people are getting into cruising.
Well, yeah,
And again, I love cruising, so I like the more people, the more the merrier, as they say. But
that's really a driving force behind all of this, honestly.
supply and demand is going to raise those prices up, and now I have to plan out further in advance. I mean, some a cruise that I really want to go on. There's very few cruises that I really want to go on. I mean, I want to be on that. I got to be on that cruise.
Mhm.
Um, Now I gotta, even me, who I love to procrastinate, I have started looking into late 25, early 26
Mhm.
to book a cruise if I really want to do a cruise. Clock Family Adventures, they're looking at doing one over into Ireland, Scotland, all over in that area. And I can't be my normal self and wait till the last minute. I'm going to have to jump on it. As soon as he offers that deal on his group cruise, I'm going to have to jump on that to make sure I have a spot in there.
But even that, he was talking about 2026, I believe, right? Or the
Yeah,
very end.
it's just not out yet. Whenever it becomes available, because some of those cruises, I'm going to call them journey cruises, but it's not really a journey cruise. But unique cruises,
Yeah.
sometimes they don't offer them 2 years in advance.
Right.
Hey, Jimmy, welcome in. The Astute Tourist. Appreciate you stopping in.
Hello, Jimmy. Welcome in.
Travel Adventures with Eric B. Welcome in. Welcome in. Everybody's made it back from Helen safely.
Yes, they have. I saw a lot of the Helen videos. They look fun. I want to go next year. Hello, Eric B.
I thought about it this year. We'll see.
How far is it for you?
How far is it from me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a ways. I would just fly down to Atlanta, and I think it's about an hour outside Atlanta.
Okay.
That's my understanding. Michael Ann, welcome in. Spoiled Mama.
Hello,
Stop
Michael.
it. So how far in advance do you normally book your cruises, Scott?
Well, again, for me, I'm a very short booking window, and now the average for a booking window has been pushed out about 210 days. They say on average, which means if you're looking at a cruise now, you're basically booking. The average cruiser is booking and looking well into September, October, which is kind of wild because you know I've always kind of booked 3 months in advance and I've always paid. Yes, I mean I know that there's a book a year in advance and pay it off over time. But to be honest, I'm a solo cruiser. I kind of live on spontaneity and again, I really get those messages from my friend 3 months, 5 months in advance, and I cruise because I really want to see him. So I'll book those cruises really short. But now with what's happening and what's going on and what's driving it, I'm having to look and actually ask him, please let me know as soon as you know so I can book on the ship that you're going to be on. But I'm also having to look way further in advance. Like the rock and roll cruise that I'm going to put a deposit down on, that's 2025. And that's the next cruise I'm looking at, 2025. And then I'll be booking into pretty much 2026 and back and forth into 2025 and 2026, which is wild for me. Wild for me.
Speaking of cruises, did I hear correctly that you might be going on a Halloween cruise?
I am. I am going on the Paradise on the with Journeys with June and Brady. I'm going on the Paradise,
Okay,
the Booze 2.0. I am.
sweet.
Mhm. And
That's
that was honestly, I'm actually being added into their room. So again, if I went to go and look for that, most of that is actually sold out, and I would actually have to pay up the wazoo to go on that. If I wanted to separately, they're actually going separately. Journeys with June and Brady, but I'm actually being added to their room. So nice.
nice.
So yes.
Event yours. All our trips, whether it's a cruise or a resort, are scheduled out a year in advance. I can't
They
think
have
that
to.
far. Right now, we're booked through June 2025. The only time I can book that far out is when, and I'm going cruise because I don't do a lot of land trips. Um, is like a unique cruise. Like I have one booked for April of 2025, and that is the 29-day cruise from Australia to Seattle.
Mm.
But it stops in Japan, and that was why I wanted to do it. And other than that, I can't really book that far out. I mean, I booked the Utopia of the Seas a long time ago. I haven't again, and I procrastinate, so I don't pay until I get what's the final pay? What's the final due date?
I
Yeah,
think it's
that's the
90
date.
days. 90 days. Yeah.
Margaritaville is 60 days.
Oh, they yeah. Well, it's Margaritaville. Come on.
Well, and again, I know Scott. I called them and I'm like, hey, when is the final payment due? And the guy told me it's like, oh, around 60 days. I'm like, sir, what do you mean? I don't know what you mean when you say around 60 days. Can you look up the date? And,
Yeah,
and
like 2 months before.
Margaritaville is special.
They are.
I will say I've never cruised on them before, but Margaritaville is special. I
Mhm.
called after hours, which I didn't know was after hours, like 6 or 7 o'clock, and
Yeah.
I got a message like this phone number is no longer in service.
Oh, nice.
So now I'm looking. I'm like, well, wait a second. I'm looking. I'm like, well, this is the number that's on my receipt for my deposit, and I'm going through the internet and looking up numbers. I'm calling all these numbers, and they all say the same thing. I said, that's got to be a mistake or something.
Mhm.
So the next day I called and I doing regular business hours, and it went through.
And you got a human.
Well, I literally just hung up because I still did. I didn't whatever it was. I didn't whatever the question was. I didn't have the information with me right there, and I just want to know if the number worked.
Okay.
Let's see. Destination Fun says we are booked through Thanksgiving this year. See, that's about. I mean, Thanksgiving. That's about right.
That's about average. Yeah. The 210 days looking out. But they're looking further now. Now they're looking further. Now they're looking into 2025, 2026.
You almost have to though. If it's a cruise that you really want to do, if it's um a bucket list type cruise, you really do have to start booking early.
And let me ask you this: do you know what wave season is, Bill? Or
Wave?
anybody under that wave season?
No,
Cruisers
I have no idea.
in the cruise industry. So it's basically January through March, and it's quote unquote like their busiest booking times of the year. Also, when you're going to see the most sales, the most promotions, the most things like that. And they actually had a record wave season this year as far as bookings. So I mean, again, I went to go look because I was looking as I was researching for this. And again, a lot of the sailings, just random sailings for the middle of the summer, sold out. Or the cabins were outrageously priced. I mean, like, there's no way you'd have to like sell your car and your firstborn kid and I don't know your
Well,
son.
that's just royal now, though. I mean, but they're adding so many ships and so many new ships. I can see record numbers because of the ships that they're adding in. Royal has put the cruise industry on lockdown. I mean, they, you know, the ideal of new ships, Utopia of the Seas, going to 3 and 4 days, 3 or 4 days sailings. I mean, that's mind blowing. That was never heard of. I'm just getting on my first Oasis class ship because back in 2009, 10, 11, whenever it came out, the price was so high. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to book that until the price comes down. Well, it came down now because now the Allure of the Seas is doing a 4-day cruise.
Well, yeah.
Fats and Trey, welcome in. Tree.
Oh.
I always want to say Trey. Tree, welcome in.
That's a tree.
VentureCast. Most of the time I book my cruises as far out as casino deals will let me. The first Alaska cruise I booked was almost 2 years out because I wanted a certain ship and cruise line.
Yep.
I will say yes. I want to call you the cruise vet, but I'm no VentureCast. I'm the same way. When I get those casino deals, I try to book them because I've procrastinated. And instead of getting like the balcony or ocean view, I waited so late. Those were already booked. So I had to do an interior room, even though it was a casino deal. And they were probably giving it to me at the time. But because to me, it's like, I got time. So I probably missed out on some deals like that. So casino deals, I will try to book out as far as they go.
Because if you wait, they're not going to be there. The room's not going to be there. The offer's not going to be there.
Yep. Destination fun. I will get to meet you at Controversial Cruising while you're in Tampa. Ooh, ooh.
Yes, you will.
Well, Sherry, me and Scott are going to be in Tampa June 14th.
Is that where Margaritaville goes out? No.
Yes.
Is it?
Isn't it?
I thought it was Port Canaveral.
Is it Port Canaveral? We don't know. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. For some reason, I thought Margaritaville Islander was out of Tampa.
No,
maybe not.
Maybe you're right.
I don't know now. See, I'm confused. And it doesn't take much to confuse me. Jimmy, the astute tourist, we sell in June and we booked it about 3 weeks ago. That's the quickest we have booked one.
Share your secrets.
It all depends. Some ships aren't sold out and they try to get rid of them and you can get a decent price. You just have to have the time available. Paul, welcome in. PSV Odyssey, welcome in. Paul, welcome in.
Hello, Paul.
I crack up. Paul does like every day his attempt at humor, and he posts something funny every day. I love his post for humor.
Did you see today's? I won't share it. But did you see today's?
I think I did. Can you give me a clue of what was in it, like a picture?
It was punish me.
Yes.
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 I was at work and I laughed at that. Everybody looked at me. Oh man, Paul, keep it up, please.
Yeah. And you have to remember when I tell you my sleep. I don't know if people were in here. My sleep schedule is all messed up. I say I don't go to bed till 4 or 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm up all night. And I mean, people will see me up if you're like online, you'll see me going around different places, and I'm up like when Can't Stop Walking comes on. He goes on. He's a truck driver, and he about 6 o'clock in the morning he does a live, and I'm up. Hey, how's it going? I mean, it's terrible. So I'm trying to fix that. So when I go on this cruise, I can kind of sort of be like everybody else instead of being up, early in the morning or going to bed early in the morning.
You're going on a cruise to fix your sleep schedule.
No, I'm trying to do it before. Kevin, Tuber Chat, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping in.
Hey, Tuber Chat.
Emily, welcome in, Emily.
Hello, Em.
Hopefully, Emily, you guys aren't getting the cold weather that we're getting down here in Michigan, because it's been a little chilly. It's been in the 30s, and it hasn't been the best.
Here, cool.
Sig says I'm booked up from 2024 and 2025. See? I'm halfway through 2026. I'm in 25 deep. 2026. I don't think I have anything booked for 2026. But I'm filling up. I'm filling up fast. I mean, like this year, I'm pretty booked. I am trying to get one more. I'm trying to get one more in, and that's in July for my birthday. All my cruises. And Scott, have you ever cruised during the summertime?
I have.
I've never cruised like during like July and August.
It's not typical, but I have in the last 4 or 5 years for sure.
This will be my first June 14th and then July 25th. The two cruises Margaritaville is June 14th, so I'm going on that one. Then the 25th, and I just wonder what it's going to be like. And because summertime, I always avoided it because that is the busy time for cruising. So I always tried to avoid it. I love hot weather. Now again, I love, put me in August down in the Caribbean. I would love it. The hotter, the better.
Well, you also know June, July, and August. You know what that's going to bring, right? It's going to bring families. It's going to bring more kids. That's when everybody's at school.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying that's what June, July, and August is. Versus, let's say, going in, I don't know, the middle of September. Something like that, or January.
Well, it just wasn't so crowded. It's like Disney World. I always did Disney World. Some people are gonna call me a bad parent. Some people. Anywho, my kids, we would go like the first week of school. So like in September, and we would go down there, and Disney World was ours. We could, as fast as you could walk through the what do they call the ropes? What do they call those? The turnstiles, whatever it is, whatever the lines, as quickly as you can walk through, you get back on the ride. So me and the kids, we loved it. We would the first thing I would do is I would go through the line to see how scary, because my kids were small at the time, how scary the ride was. And then I would come back. Yeah, it's not too bad. So my daughter, and I'm sorry, people, this has nothing to do with cruising and the topic we're talking about. But my daughter, she was 6, 7 years old. And this was when Tower of Terror was out and the TV show and Disney and all that. And she wanted to go on that ride. I'm like, well, that's going to scare her to death. That'll be our last ride of the day. So we go through rides, and we wound up going on Jaws. Shark Jaws, and I go through it. I'm like, this ain't scary at all. She was terrified. I mean, and when I say terrified, she was more like apprehensive as far as, did we get the shark? Dad, tell me we got the shark. We got the shark, then, and you can see. I'm like, yeah, maybe it's good. We got it. I'm like, man, I misread that one. I'm like, this would be nothing to her. Tower of Terror. I'm like, well, first of all, I don't like heights. It's that drop. I'm like, this is going to be the end of the day. She wanted to go on it. We're going to do it. I took her on that ride, and she did it like a champ. So we wound up doing it again. And I said, okay, well, this time, because they take pictures, and I'm like, make sure when they're taking our picture, you throw your hands up. I mean, she was like 6, 7 years old, doing Tower of Terror with her hands up. And I'm like, look at this kid. braver than I am. I'm trying to. Now I gotta try to because they're taking a picture. I gotta try to have a I don't care face instead of my. I was trying. Yeah, it's nothing to me. But I was scared to death. Anywho, we can get back on topic.
See, Bill, this is why you should have a podcast called Bill Tales. I think it would be a very successful podcast.
Ah.
See? Watch the chat go wild. See?
Yeah, well, let me catch up with some of the chat too. By the way,
chocolate martini.
Event your Thanksgiving for us on Utopia this year.
Yeah,
Emily, if I'm not mistaken,
September. It's not summer, but September.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Chili's from Chili's Screws has been on Margaritaville. Everybody saying hello, Mr. Paul.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah. Doug and Becky on the move. We booked out a year early for this Thanksgiving on the Jubilee, expecting it to sell out.
Yeah. I'm sure right now when you looked, it's pretty close.
Are you doing brackets? Paul, honestly, I have not really paid any attention to college basketball. I'm probably going to do a bracket, but I'm going to be just guessing. I'm going to be just guessing. I couldn't even tell you who the number one team is right now. And if we're talking men's basketball,
isn't that what everybody does, though?
I'm sorry.
Isn't that what everybody does? Just guess.
No, some people actually know teams, and they know some are good, some are bad. I have no idea. All I know is if you're a number one team and a 16 seed, I'm probably taking the number one seed. Oh, okay. Destinations Fun says, yes, I will meet you both in Tampa. Yes, Margaritaville is out of Tampa. Okay, I thought so. Plus, I will see you on Utopia. Yep.
Double dip, Sherry, double dip.
Chris, welcome in. Welcome in. Tell your wife to stop attacking me on Coinmaster, Chris.
Coinmaster.
Uncle Dave, I have the Carnival Liberty for 7 days in September and 5 days in January. September was my favorite time to cruise. And again, I'm going to get back here. I'm talking again. September, because it was hot. The Caribbean seas were still hot. Now it was hurricane season, so you could be a storm, but usually you went around or it rained for a day, and then the next day you're in good weather. So that was a perfect time. The prices were cheaper. The ships weren't as full.
Very true. I love October. I've told everybody to watch.
Yep.
I
I think you're on the Paradise. I think you're going to have a blast.
Oh, it's going to be great. I'm not going to tell anybody my costume. It's going to be amazing. I don't know yet.
Sherry, I think you should. I think we're going to put you in charge of writing down all the. Sherry has like
cruises.
Yeah, Sherry has like 9,000 things to do at work. We're going to just add one more thing to her plate. I'm call her. She might be the boss. If she has a boss, I'm gonna call her boss. Tell Sherry to list all the cruises, all the group cruises. Put it on the spreadsheet.
This is Sherry right here. The real cat.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
We all know it.
I hear Margaritaville is cheap. The price is generally cheap. The 14th,
okay. The second one's okay.
The 14th is the inaugural cruise, so it's more expensive. It's a 4-day cruise, and I think doing solo, it came a little over $1,000 for a solo, so $500 a piece roughly. So I mean, it wasn't the worst, and I mean it's a inaugural cruise, so it could have been a lot worse. And I think it's gonna be fine. Emily, yes, we are. It's cold and rainy today. Cold for the next 2 days. It's been cold. I can't wait for it to warm up, Emily. We'll get it before you guys, and I'll let you know when it's on the way. Chris,
you cut that $1,000 in half, right?
Yes. So that's what I said. But that's why again, a cabin mate. I know you said you wanted to go on it, and it's like, okay, well, Scott, come on now. If you don't mind, old man snoring.
Oh, please.
Apparently, I'm gonna try to fix my sleep schedule, so I'll try to go to bed at a decent time instead of coming in at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's because if the casino stays open.
You don't think I've had cruise mates that snored and roommates that snored and Richard doesn't snore? Oh man, come on.
Come join us on the Magic in July. My goal in July is to go on Firenze out of Long Beach.
I can't squeeze another thing into 2024. I can't do it. I can't
It's
do
tough.
it. I got to squeeze out of 2024. I can't do it. I can't do it. Even 2025. I mean, I can do a little bit in 2025, but that's filling up too.
Keisha, you mean what Western Mexico? We're going to be Western. I think Keisha is going to be on the same. She's her goal is to be on that. Well, no, she's booked already, so she's booked. It's Western. Eastern is where we go now. We go to Eastern Mexico now. We're going
Is
to
she
West.
doing a Margaritaville with us?
No. This is July 25th.
Oh.
So Western Mexico, and yeah, Ensenada. I'm not Ensenada. Puerto Vallarta is going to be scorching hot. Cabo is going to be. It's going to be a heat. It's going to be a heat wave. Eric B, I can only do 2 cruises a year max. Got to save some time for Europe. And Eric, I was about to say, what are you talking about, Eric? Every time I see you, you're on vacation. You travel more than I do. I'm retired. But you do, yes. But you fly over to Europe and you do a lot of other travel. So got you. You only do 2 cruises a year. I got one.
You travel a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I've got one this year, the Utopia, but I may book. I want to do a Virgin cruise too.
Me too. 2026. I told Sea Lake Journeys 2026.
Do they have group cruise going 2026?
No, well they might, but no. I told them they want to do another Virgin, so they said maybe probably 2026. I said if you book 2026, I will book with you. Not a Virgin, but they'd be fun to go with Virgin cruise. And I have a bunch of friends that actually were loyal Carnival cruisers for years. They were gold, almost platinum, and they went on one Virgin cruise last year, and they've been on 3 since then. And they said they might not go back. So I don't know. I don't want to deter anybody, but I mean, hey, they said Virgin was fun. So
I had a dream. I had a dream last night, and this is how it's like I cruise too much because I'm dreaming about cruising. I won Mega Millions.
Oh boy!
And I had a group cruise. I booked 10 cabins on Icon, and I had the big $70,000 suite, and I had suites for 10 people. And in my dream, I'm trying to figure out a way to have a fair raffle for all my friends. So I had 10 cabins. I guess I probably could have got more, but 10 cabins to pick, and that was my dream.
Did you pick anybody out, or did you wake up before that?
No, I woke up. I didn't pick anybody out. Well, again, because I thought about it, it's like, well, I can go down the list and I could pick 10 people that I would want to go with, but it was like, how could I was trying to think of how to include the channel into it.
Yeah.
But it's like, Embarkation Nation, they've always been there, and Destination Fun since I first started YouTube, they've always been there. So like they gotta go, they have to go. And then it's like, how can I be fair to everybody else? And that was my dream.
Oh, this is great.
So needless to say, I'm playing Mega Millions tonight, or Powerball, whatever it is tonight, I'll be playing it.
You got to now with that. Oh man. Scratch off or something at least. Go to the
something. Event yours will be cruising on the Icon in July during the summer months this year. Sweet.
When did you book it? That's what I want to know. That's what this show. When did you book?
That was actually that's
in July, because you couldn't have booked it a couple months ago. You had to have booked it a while ago. Prove me wrong.
And I'm sorry, good people. I've hijacked the show. We're talking about my dreams.
Hey,
Traveling Fools. Traveling Fools, welcome in. Yo. Traveling and Fools, welcome in.
Traveling Fools. Yep. Oh, Traveling Fools too. If I emailed you back too. I don't know if you got my my email back, but I emailed you back too. So let me know.
You don't have to worry about the kids in the summer if you're cruising on. I want to cruise with you guys where kids are really a problem on a cruise ship. They do take over the center pool, but again, I go to the back pool where there's not too many kids at, or shouldn't be any kids at, especially on Carnival ships. Um, I don't have any problem with kids, but I will say that kids don't bother me. So if there were kids there, I don't know if I would notice it. But so I mean the yelling and screaming.
Right.
I do notice people are just loud on a cruise ship. At dinner, people are yelling and screaming at each other. They're at a dinner table, 4 or 5 tables over, and they're so loud I can hear their whole conversation. And it's like, what, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, and again, it might be the old me kicking in. Why are you so loud? I mean, I'm here talking to whoever I'm with at my table. You can't hear what we're saying. And they're like yelling and screaming. And it's like a ton of people. And again, I'm going off subject. Down Under Cruisers, Sean, welcome in. Welcome in, Sean. Sean was, I got to word this correctly.
This is great.
The Helping Hands for Cruising was part of my dream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, you know what I got to do is I got to get Sean involved, and if I'm going to pay for these cabins, let them be able to get some money from it, and also it's a tax write-off because he's kind of legit. So that this was a thought out dream. What time is it? I got to make sure I go play this Mega Millions.
You must have been dreaming for like hours. This is like a in-depth dream. You don't remember all your dreams. Remember that. So the fact that you remember this.
What happens is, Scott, and again, I mean, we're killing the show here. What happens is, again, I'm up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on YouTube doing something like making a video. I'm doing a cabin tour on the Miracle. I have my cabin tour. And so when I go to bed, cruising is on my mind, and that's how this call popped into my head. And taking my friends on a cruise.
Win the lottery, yeah. Look at that.
The astute tourists. We love Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror. I used to hate kids. I used to hate rides as a kid. So
I don't like spinning rides. Other rides I can usually deal with, but spinning rides I can't deal with. You knew I'm here for the rambling. Yes, Keisha. I'm sorry.
A lot of people are. They like to hear Bill ramble, and he needs a podcast to ramble.
Cruise Nuts, welcome in.
Bill Tales. Hello, Cruise Nuts.
Scratch and Pete. I think Scratch and Pete was already here. I think I said hello, but if not, hello, Scratch and Pete.
Hello, Scratch and Pete. Did we say hello? I hope we did.
Yes. First responders, they do. I mean, that's a good deal. That's a good deal.
But yeah, and there's even a pass too. I know we said this, right? Where the heroes, they can get a pass if you wanted to, and sail unlimited for like $300 or something like that. It's crazy.
I haven't looked into it because I'm putting it off. But I might look into that. Because I go down there and just cruise as much as I could.
Well, you would be $1,000 because you're not a first responder. So first responders are $300. Normal people would be $1,000.
You don't know what I am, Scott. Huh?
Actually, maybe you are.
Oh.
Well, actually, you want to know what I found out the other day. You said it on
Cruising Koozies.
There is what?
Welcome in, Cruising Koozies.
You're right. You are absolutely right. I do not know. Now
Keisha.
Do I remember?
Yeah, you know what I meant.
You're $300. Look at that. You can sell whenever you want to do, Bill.
Let's see.
Look at that.
We did both. Nancy B. I knew Nancy B. Welcome in. Nancy B. would know. Nancy B. Powerball is tonight. So yes, I will get my Powerball ticket in, and
that just happened at 55555 too. By the way, just saying.
Say it again.
That just happened when the live hit 5555. I'm just saying. Powerball, Lotto,
numbers. You got to look at the numbers.
They're lining up. Go play that Powerball.
Nancy B says needs 642 hours watch hours. Make sure we go over there and help Nancy B out. And she's going to live tonight at 8:30.
Ooh. Yes.
It's a Cruise Life. Evening, guys. Welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Lawn lifters, welcome in.
Hello,
Also known as the Pier Runners. Let's see. Scott, drinking a beer?
I am. I'm drinking a what is it? Tour bus? Oh, Joy Bus. Oh, wait. Go up 2 up from that, Bill. Event US says we booked it back in October. Okay, so she booked that July back in October. Okay, so that makes sense.
Okay. Well, and a brand new ship. I mean, yes. I wish I could plan out things. I wound up when I went on the Jubilee. It was a island time. Derek had a group cruise. So even though I didn't book like the first day, but he still had cabins, I was able to go through him and get that booking.
Well, yes, and that's also the joy of using a TA or going through a TA or doing a group cruise. They already have holds on a lot of those rooms. So if you're going on a regular website to look at availability for a cruise and those are the only rooms, well, you're not going to see those on that on a regular website. So.
Emily's she's having dreams too. She was on top of a shipping container and saw the island to see my family. Sweet, Emily.
Everybody had some weird dreams last night. Anybody else have some weird dreams last night? I can't remember them. So
talk about a budget cruise. Anthony on the move. Welcome in. Together we travel. Welcome in also.
No, my 2 cruise mates.
First responders and veterans get the deal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. It's cool. Super cool. Cruise one's for free.
Feeding Frenzy 91. Hello, all. God bless all.
Hello, Feeding Frenzy.
Welcome in. Sean says, at least it looks like a decent beer, not like a Foster's or something like that. Okay. What else? Where are we at? You got down to wave season, strong bookings leading to higher fares?
I did. So, I guess we'll just, since we are coming up to an hour and we'll wrap this up. I guess I'll just, I'll leave it with this. This is kind of an interesting stat or interesting. At wave season this time last year, the cruise lines were more focused on just filling the ships, given the significant amount of available occupancy and much less focus on the price. This year, that strategy is flipped as it is focused on pricing. It is focused on pricing growth, given the how well booked the industry has been since the start of this year, which again has been kind of the echo of this entire live. How the booking windows are getting longer and longer, and if you're thinking about booking a cruise for the summer, unless you're gonna get lucky, unless you have somebody waiting that already has a room booked and says, "Hey, I want to cut my cruise fare down. Do you want to come with me on this cruise?" Not everybody has that because a lot of people out there have families. So again, like I said in the beginning of this, we're not really talking to us, right? However, knowing the circumstances now of what's going on in the cruising industry and how high the demand is from the new cruisers, all of us cruisers who are cruising now, and the cruisers that have been cruising for years and years and years, but before I was born, they're still cruising. So, everybody is cruising now, and they're trying to make more and more ships. They're trying to impress us and make bigger ships. They're trying to still have the ones that are smaller and are able to sail and still float. We're still sailing those. We're having budget cruises like Margaritaville at Sea come out. There's other way higher and way fancier cruises like Silver Sea and even Princess up in there, luxury style cruises that you can go on. But they're being booked more and more. The demand is there, and you can't just turn around now and say, "Hey, I want to go on a cruise next month. Let's book a cruise next month," without either A, getting extremely lucky, or B, paying out the wazoo.
What?
It could happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying.
So, now you've done your research on this, like celebrity cruise lines, kind of higher scale. Are they going through the same thing? You still have to book way out in advance.
Way in advance, yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. All of these lines, and especially those, because the celebrity cruises, the Silver Seas, right? Those are the cruises, like we've touched in past Cruise Talk Lives. Those are the cruises now that are starting to pique interest, like yourself, right? Like experienced cruisers, like my parents, that are saying, I don't want to go to Cabo, and I don't want to go to Ensenada, I don't want to go to Alaska. We've been there. We've been to the Mediterranean. So now they're looking to go to places that are even more rare than that, right? Those bucket list cruises, as we were saying,
Right.
so it kind of connects all of our lives together. So, yes.
Welcome in, Will G.
Hello, Will G. Yeah, the cruising industry right now is in very high demand. It has never been a 210 day on average booking window like it has been now, ever. I tried to find some stats where it's been even relatively close, and it hasn't last year. But
Scott, I just closed the poll out. I forgot to remind people throughout the whole live that let's go do the poll. Do you have a cruise booked for the spring, summer of 2024? Yes, I do, and can't wait. 59%. No, but thinking of one. 18%. Yes, booked one, but I booked it ages ago. 11%. And no, just too much money now. 11%. 27 votes. Thank you guys for participating in the poll. We appreciate it.
59% have a cruise booked, which is interesting. So I mean, we can't break that down more, but it'd be interesting if I could see how much of that 59% had booked that well in advance and how long it was. I'm sure there's some of them that say, oh, I got lucky like Jimmy did, and said he booked it 3 weeks ago for in June. Lucky. We get those every once in a while, but depends. It could have been a casino deal, right? That's a rare. That's different all in itself, right? It also could have been, it could have been a regular deal too, not a casino deal, another deal from Carnival. So you never know. Or he could have just got lucky and been in the right place at the right time, right ship, right time, right sail, right. But as far as the next cruise build, what is the? I'm interested to hear what is the next cruise you're looking at booking that you don't currently have booked yet.
I don't currently have booked it, and that's the Meet and I group cruise, July 25th, and that probably will be, unless I got some super duper deal. Carnival has something called Ultra Cruises. I think it's for gamblers. And they come out March 21st. So I'm going to see what's that entails. But if there's no special deals there, I think I might, that July 25th one would be the last one of the year for me. I have a 16-day Panama cruise in October. So that might be it for me for the year.
So that Meet and I, but you would go through a travel agent through that group cruise. So they already have rooms held for that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's another rare, They already have rooms, so it's you basically deciding if you want to go on that and then putting a deposit down and booking. So those rooms are already not sold. They're not sold. They're held for that.
Carnival Cruise Addict says, Bill, I have early access and can look for you if you like. Okay. I have to. I wonder if that's like through like being a travel agent. Did I tell you I'm a travel agent too? I don't really use it, but I'm a travel agent. Clock Family Adventure says, come check out our live tonight with Mountains to Sea crew talking about Icon.
Talk about Utopia too, please.
Clock, you drop the link. Oh, I'm about to say, drop the link. You're a moderator.
Drop that link.
Drop that link. Drop that link.
My next one is in that I'm actually looking at is in, I believe, April or May of 2025. Trying to get my parents on, but I believe it will be as of right now my buddy Aaron and myself. Maybe Keone too. He might jump on. But
That's good. I mean, you know, that you're able to get away with like Keone, especially if you share the cost. It makes it easier. I'm just kind of setting my ways, but I know like we had talked about, we wanted to do something together where we can cruise together. So I thought this Margarita, and you want to go on Margaritaville, so I thought that would be a good cruise for us to try, try that out to see how it works.
Great opportunity. And I'm excited because I've already sailed. Everybody knows I've already sailed one on the Paradise. Paradise, but
I kind of should look at and see if I can get on the old one first, Paradise first, just to compare. Because I've looked at a few of the older videos, and I understand that everything's older and smaller, but I understand it. But it looks like everybody was having a good time.
Oh, it's
and that's what I'm looking for on a cruise.
Drinks are way stronger than any cruise I've ever been on. I'll tell you that right now. No lie.
Doug and Becky on the move. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here. You have to run, and we are getting ready to get out here ourselves.
We all. I lost the chat. Oh.
Scott, what do you have going on tomorrow?
Oh, yes. Okay. So for Controversial Cruising for the rest of the week, I have Thirsty Thursday trivia tomorrow at the same time as this live with Jimmy, the Astute Tourist, who is still in here. Jimmy and myself will actually be having a special guest. I will not tell you who that special guest is until the time tomorrow's live. We will be giving out some prizes. We'll be making a cocktail, and we'll be having some fun too, as well as playing some trivia. And then on Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern, we are playing the match game. So that will also be another weekly game that I am starting hosting with. I am actually the host with Cruise Life TV and also Carnival Cruise Addicts. So
that was a great game last week. That was a great game.
Lots of fun, and we have more cruise centric and cruise related questions for this week. We also have a really exciting prize that we're giving away on the match game, and we also have some cool sounds and some cool media to share there. So, and I also have that video that I was supposed to get out last week, talk about procrastination, Bill, but I will get out that Rainforest Cafe video in the next couple of days here. So that's what you got for my channel.
I plan on doing it. For those of you that don't know, Clock Family Adventure is going live at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I pinned that up to the top. So I'll just go up to the top, click on that link, and go check them out. Find out the icon, because I want to do the icon. I'm just cheap. I'm procrastinate and cheap. It's not a good combination. This is killing me now with this cruise lines are doing now. It's killing me.
That was a couple of the mocks that I looked up when I was doing this research for this live. I was looking up the icon. I looked up the Utopia. The icon, I mean, forget about it. I mean, if you could find a room in the dead middle of the summer, sure. And if you really could, it was like $6 or $7 grand. What?
Especially, again, being a solo cruiser, especially.
Like, can't do it. You cannot do that. You can't do that. No way. No way. Utopia, I mean, we're not really sailing in the summer, and we're also going with Clock, so and a bunch of other creators, so that's a little bit different. But again, when you're booking with a group, that group has those rooms, so it's a little bit different than turning around on the website and saying, "Hey, I want to cruise in June," and just going by yourself.
When you cruise by yourself, you don't have to coordinate anything. It's more money, but again, you can go when you want.
Yeah, of course.
Stay where you want. Again, like this time, this cruise I'm going in April. Again, I'm spending $300 for a hotel and people that know me, if it's $100, I'm doing good. But $300, to be on the beach, to be lazy river and all the other good stuff.
300 just for you?
My son will be staying with me.
Okay.
So I'm able to cut the cost down because I got him going. He's not going for free. So, Cruise Life TV, you're never late. Appreciate you being in here. We are just wrapping this up.
Hey guys.
Coach Cruz.
Coach.
Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in on the Facebook side.
Yes.
Thanks for being in here. We're getting ready to wrap this up. Matter of fact, let me tell you about me, Warmstrong Adventures. I will be going live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to do just a little bit of rambling. We're going to, March 18th was my 2-year anniversary of being on YouTube. And 1 year to the date, so 2022 is when I started YouTube. 2023 is when I got monetized. So this has been 1 year being monetized, March 18th. So I'm going to talk about some YouTube cruising, YouTube, a little bit of rambling here and there. And who knows, there might be a couple of giveaways there. So, make sure you have like a Cash App account or a PayPal account or a, what is it? Vimo? No, not Vimo.
Venmo.
Zelle. Make sure you have a Zelle account. So tomorrow, and see, aren't you glad you stuck around to the end? See, all the other people didn't. They didn't get that. Come tomorrow to my live Banter with Bill if you can, and we're gonna be, give away a couple of dollars. I'm not gonna break the bank. I got too many cruises coming up to break the bank. So.
Got a lot of game shows coming up, a lot of giveaways in the next couple days.
Yeah. And it's for me. I still have stuff I haven't sent out here. It's going out tomorrow, people. If I owe you something, it's going out tomorrow. So that's why I'm going to do. Anywho, that's why it's going to be Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. Have one of those. You get it that night, we'll be done. But we're going to do a couple of giveaways. Nothing big. I'm not going to, probably won't have you even doing it, like I know some people do where they answer, oh, what was my very first cruise? What was my very first video? I probably won't do that. Probably won't. But maybe I will. So maybe you might want to check out some Warmstrong Adventures videos. You might want to check out some Warmstrong Adventure videos tonight.
If I give a $5 super check, can we get a chocolate martini tomorrow? And every $5, you just drink
Nope. I will. I tell you what we will do on Margaritaville. I'm going to go live from Margaritaville, and I might do something. Well, I don't. Scott, it can't be every time because my goodness, that would be just too much.
Come on, you be the chocolate martini guy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. And again, I saw this earlier. I don't think I said hello. Michelle, WPB, welcome in. I appreciate you being in here. And thank you for all the congratulations. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Again, if it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be doing this. And let me stop that. I would still be doing it, but I wouldn't be coming on live. I wouldn't be talking to you guys. You guys make it a lot more fun. I would normally just be doing this to post it for family to see it, so they would watch it one time and that would be it if they watch it. So, I really do appreciate you guys coming in and supporting me and Scott doing this just so we can get up here. I mean, today, I'm sorry, Scott, I took over the show and just rambled about dreams and football and all kind of stuff.
Hey, you were the host today, so dreams and football.
That's just crazy. People tune in to learn about. Well, wait, hold on. What's the bad news for the cruising over the summertime? I need to know. Well, the Lions have the best team in football this year. So, I mean, but I appreciate all you guys coming in and spending some time with us. I'm gonna try to get some videos out. I want to finish this Hawaii. What is it, about 19 days to go to on the Allure of the Seas. So I'm gonna try to get the rest of my videos out for the Hawaii cruise so I can be done with that because I'm behind the cruise. I still have MSC Seashore to put out. So I'm trying to stay up on the videos. I'm not as bad as Scott, but
Luciano has a message for you too down there.
uh-oh. Everybody saying congratulations. Bill cracks me up. Where am I at here? Watch out for them Jets. We'll see. I like Aaron Rodgers, but again, he's getting older, and he just took a year off. I do like Aaron Rodgers. Carmen for the win. Welcome in, Carmen. I do want to see some other teams make it to the playoffs. I'm tired of the same team. I'm tired of the Chiefs. I'm not saying they're a bad team. You know, I just want to see some fresh blood in there. The Jets, the Bills, the Lions, the Browns, the Texans. The Texans are going to have a good team.
The Giants.
The Giants, no, they're not. I mean, but again, I would like to see them also. Happily Ever Yachty, welcome in.
Hello, Happily Ever Yachty.
Yeah, and again, that's just that. But tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, I don't want to call it a celebration. I'm going to just be talking. But during my talking, we're going to do again a few giveaways, 4 or 5 giveaways, probably $20 a piece. And you can only win once. We're not going to go. Somebody's going to get lucky and win 2 or 3 times. And I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna do the will or the word. That might be it. Do the will, where you type in whatever. We'll figure it out tomorrow, people, together. The Dolphins, the Dolphins, another team. They haven't won it, but every year I get tired of seeing the 72 Dolphins light their cigars up as far as being the only undefeated team ever. So. But the Dolphins haven't won it. A lot of teams haven't won it in a while, and I just don't want to see the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Even Baltimore has had a good run here lately, being in the playoffs. I want to see some underdogs.
Yeah, me too. No Patriots too.
Happily Ever Yachty says, yes, Dolphins are going all the way. The Dolphins, I thought they were going to this year. I thought I don't know what happened, but they just fell off at the end. So go Fins. Say a lot of Dolphin fans in here.
A lot of people from Florida.
Oh, 72. No, that was the greatest team ever. Travel Adventures with Eric B. That was one of the greatest. That was one of the greatest teams ever. Mercury Morris and Zonka and Bob Greasy. They my goodness, that was a good team. Listen to a Bill podcast. I just don't know if I could do it every week. The Saints. Oh, injuries hurt you at the end. Hold on, A or B? Oh, A, yes. Hold on. Well, people are typing A? See me do a podcast. A. Maybe one day. Scott, you show me. You have to show me how one day. What else? Oh, I know what I was about to do. Again, getting ready to get out of here. I am going to post. The Raiders. I would love to see the Raiders come back. It's been a while for the Raiders too. I would love to see the Raiders. Yes, and they're in Las Vegas now. Yes, Las Vegas would be crazy. San Francisco last year took over Las Vegas. I mean, they literally took it over back when they were in the playoffs. But I would like to see the Raiders do well too. Don't beat as long as you don't play the Lions. I don't care if you win or not. Just don't beat the Lions. I'm putting up a link here right now, and that is for Antoinette at Fun. She's live right now. So if you get a chance when you leave here, run over to Antoinette at Fun and do a cruise talk raid, do a strong raid, do a controversial cruising raid, and let her know that you came from us and you're over there to support her. She would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Scott, I'm sure would appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
So we are going to get ready to get out of here. Any closing words, Scott?
No, we will see you next week. Just
we will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, right? Yeah, that's right. Both of us.
Yep. I will be at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Scott will be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So check us out tomorrow. And as I always like to do, closing out my lives, I always like to say, stay strong and embrace the journey. And we are out of here. Talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.